Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, we discuss a model launched in 2014, originally part of a two-watch release within Patek Philippe's rare Handcrafts series. One watch not featured here was an example of a grisaille enamel image of Geneva's cathedral, and this one also grisaille enamel with a platinum case. This is the Calatrava 5077P-099, and it features the Cathedral of Notre Dame. The watch is an extraordinary work of art, literally a vitrine for the dial. Almost everything else feels like an accessory, but it's easy to wear. Platinum, it's massive, but 38 millimeters, it's compact. 8.6 millimeters thick from lug tip to lug tip, 46 millimeters with a 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We have a top Vesselton diamond, 0.02 carats between the lugs. To remind you, this is a modern platinum Patek Philippe, as the diamond between the lugs always signifies a platinum case. The watch is compact and easy to wear on my 16-centimeter wrist, but the strap is still stiff and it isn't broken in, so I'm pulling it really tight, which exaggerates the small size of my wrist by making it look tinier and exaggerates the width of the watch by compressing my wrist. Rest assured that once the strap softens up, you could wear this watch easily on a wrist of 14 centimeters circumference and larger, and it's very flat, so it will fit underneath a cuff. Here's a distance shot. Again, the strap, they're always very stiff. When they're high quality alligator leather, gator doesn't yield, not immediately at least. So large rectangular symmetrical scales, a very expensive cut of the beast. You can see we have a folded edge, a monotone stitch. There's a little bit of stuffing to bolster it. It's a very high gloss finish. And then on the back, calfskin, pull tab spring bars. You can remove the strap without tools. And you can see it is a brand new Patek Philippe factory strap, calfskin lined. We have a matching Patek Philippe Platinum polished spade-style pin buckle. My favorite detail here is the faceting of the pin. Attention to detail. The case is relatively simple, blended Calatrava-style lugs. They come to a little bit of a curvature at their terminal profile, and when viewed end-on, they're actually quite thin. Calatrava cross, the symbol of the company, on the crown, push-down crown, 30 meters water-resistant. A little bit like the old 5107 Calatrava, it has a very flat bezel, almost completely flat. It's got a very shallow conical plane, and then it's very slightly stepped in from the case band to thin out the appearance of the watch. Dial side, enamel. This is a remarkable execution, starting with a black enamel base, always very difficult to achieve. They start with a dial disc that's precious metal gold, and then black enamel is fired on top of it. The grisaille, which is a combination of the black base and then white enamel added on top, it gives all of these shades of gray, and where you see golden lettering or imagery, that's achieved by using actual 24 karat gold. So you start with the black base, and principally by a technique that's almost comparable to pointillism. Small dabs are applied, sometimes with a brush featuring as few as one individual bristle. And so very slowly, by addition of white enamel, the image, the forms, the shading, even the textures, the tones, and the appearance of volume are achieved. This is very difficult to do, and over 20 firings at 800 degrees centigrade are required to get to this point, and every step is the most important step. The dial can be destroyed at any point in that process by accident. Turn it over. It's relatively conventional Calatrava, except for the fact that it's a two-hander that gets the 240 micro rotor. Normally, simple Calatravas get either a simple manual wind or a center rotor automatic. Presence of a 240 means this is something special. First of all, it allows the watch to be thinner, as a micro rotor places the rotor and then all of the winding gear in the same plane as the rest of the mechanism. So you get a nice thin watch, automatic winding, but as thin as a manual wind. You also get a big open case back vista, so your view of the movement isn't blocked by a center rotor and its winding bridge. Everything is visible. 48-hour power reserve, automatic winding. You can see the use of ceramic ball bearings for higher efficiency, 22 karat gold rotor, free-sprung Gyromax style balance for stability and precise adjustment with an anti-magnetic Spiromax hairspring, 5-position chronometer style adjustment. You can see all this pivoting on 27 jewels. It's nicely executed movement. The bevels are undoubtedly started by mechanical means, but finished with a polish and a rounded mirrored shine, probably with some sort of drill tip that has a felt end for this kind of final pass, but it's something that Audemars Piguet JLC and even F. Journe don't routinely do. The stripes are beautifully laid down by a abrasive wheel. You can see that all of the jewel countersinks feature beveling around the jewels, and then we've got engine turning on the base plate, and you can see that the locating pegs used to locate the balance cock, for example, those are polished on their head. So a lot of impressive execution here, and then satination on the wheels. Again, 30 meters water resistant, don't take it swimming, splashes by accident, washing your hands, rain only. Reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.